As an old philosopher and water warrior, Lewis Fletcher once said, it's as though we live in a spaceship. If we lived in a spaceship, would we be arguing? Would we be fighting over this precious resource, water? Water is just like air, it's just like food. It's a necessity. We need to all be working together, whether you're in the water industry, whether you're in commerce, whether you're in academia, whether you're just a person, trying to make a living. We need to all understand water. We need to work together, and that's why it's important for you all to be here today, so that you learn how we're going to work into the future. As water shortages are coming down from Northern California, the Colorado River, we need to work together, band together to be able to use our water resources and reuse water and other things within our region. Thank you, and have a wonderful day and learn a lot today.
I think more and more people are beginning to appreciate the importance of a watershed concept, where we look at a watershed and what it means to the entire watershed and to the various people and districts and cities in it. And the good thing about the SAWPA approach, which features that, is also encouraging local governments of all kinds to really find ways to cooperate, team up, to do joint projects, and not just try to stay in their own territory and leave me alone kind of thing. And that's been the history. But more and more we're finding districts are teaming up, and they're thinking of and finding projects where they can together can get more done than they could separately, and really help the watershed, because the watershed is a common place. It starts out high and comes down low to the ocean, and the water comes down, and things that are in the water, good and bad, they get worse as they go down unless people are careful, and it ends up being a bad watershed as opposed to a good watershed. Santa River watershed is one of the best in the world, but it's also one of the most highly populated and busiest. We're at the bottom. Orange County Water District gets what everybody else upstream does, good or bad. It all ends up with us. So we want to work together to keep it a good watershed, and all of us have a better situation.
GeoScience is a groundwater firm. We're experts. We bring the groundwater expertise into the water studies. And what is important in the watershed analysis, the Water Education Foundation, is the cooperation between all the users of all the watersheds, the surface water, the groundwater, and the integration. So, for example, a project that we're all working on is the cooperative agreement with the Santa Ana Watershed Project Authority, and that's where we're looking at all projects from the upper reaches of the Santa Ana River near Beaumont and Banning all the way down to the Orange County Coastal Plain, Orange County Water District. And we're all working together. GeoScience is doing a number of models along that. We're modeling groundwater flow and salt, so that the basin, all basins within this watershed will be managed properly.
What I see is that CDM Smith, working with SAWPA, we are looking to raise the bar, and some of this is already going on in the watershed. We're moving from plan into implementation. So now projects going from starting in the upper watershed, looking at Forest First, and ways to integrate natural resource management, bringing in these resource agencies like Fish and Wildlife and Fish and Game early in the process, so that we can improve water quality, environment, ecosystem health and function, all the way down into Orange County, looking at wetland improvements with water quality and meeting a lot of our water quality requirements and improving the overall watershed in terms of meeting goals.
Well, SAWPA is very key to the success of the Orange County Water District. As I'm sure any of the agencies out there could tell you, we need each other. As you know, right now with the economy, money has become an issue for all of us. And it's important that we work as a team to make sure that we're able to implement all the great projects that we have out there with SAWPA.
This conference is important because we should be revisiting what we do and what we accomplish on a yearly basis. Here in the entire watershed, it's important to see what we do in terms of water quality, water supply, and all the efforts that each individual district makes in removing the salt from this watershed. It's kind of nice when we have 3 individual counties that all work together in a cooperative spirit that and honestly makes things happen. Whether we have some individual issues that we address in Orange County, whether it be in San Bernardino County, or whether it be in Riverside County. And each one of those supervisors are here today, and they are active participants in what we do in the Santa Ana watershed.
The Water Education Foundation is really proud to partner with SAWPA and put on the One Water, One Watershed Conference. It's a great way to bring people together to understand that there really is no silver bullet that will solve California and especially Southern California's water problems. Now, I've been covering water for a long time in this state, and I really have come to see that the watershed concept that Celeste and the SAWPA agencies and the SAWPA team are putting together is really the way to go. It's really the way that will bring lasting solutions for Southern California. So whether it's groundwater, surface water, and quality issues, one watershed is the way to go. It's the way to understand and get to the future.
RBF Consulting, a company of Michael Baker Corporation, is thrilled to be the presenting sponsor for the 4th consecutive year for SAWPA's One Water, One Watershed Conference. Everyone who lives in Southern California, and especially those of us who work in the water industry, know how vital our water resources are to our quality of life and how we all have a responsibility to protect this vital resource for future generations. SAWPA is an example of how one agency can make a significant and positive impact to all of us through their stewardship of the Santa Ana watershed. RBF is proud to support SAWPA in their mission to improve the quality and reliability of this water supply.
Brownstein's a big believer in one water, one watershed because it represents an opportunity to manage water resources within a given area on a watershed basis. It is more critical now than ever before for us to manage our water in that way, given the insecurity in our water supply sources in Northern California and on the Colorado River. And One Water, One Watershed is a great example of local experts getting together and doing the right thing.
Well, this OWOW process, the One Water, One Watershed, it approaches the watershed in a holistic manner. And what that means is we need to not see ourselves individually anymore, but consider the whole watershed and what our projects might mean to that watershed. We need to pull our resources in today's climate, economic climate, where there's fewer financial resources. We need to come together and pull those our individual resources together so that collectively we can do more than what we could do individually. And so this OWOW process that has occurred this past year to refine what we started a few years ago is really to develop the concepts that will be used to decide which projects will best benefit the watershed in a holistic manner.
Well, Western Municipal Water District is the water master for the watershed, and we work very closely with SAWPA and all of the other agencies to collaborate on regional projects that are of the utmost importance for the region, for the county, and for the constituents that we all serve. It's a fundamental principle that we use in order to promote those types of projects out in the public. It's better if we all work together collaboratively to support those projects, and it certainly helps with a financial offset that we are all burdened with today in our society, and to offset those costs to the people and our customers within that region.